Ever had one of those moments where it feels like your world has just ended? A setback so devastating you're absolutely sure you'll never bounce back? You look around and all you see are the ruins of what you were trying to build. Your motivation is gone, your energy has vanished, and you're just left with this heavy, sinking feeling in your chest. You might be thinking, why is life doing this to me? Is this how it's gonna be forever? What if I told you that hitting rock bottom isn't a life sentence of failure? What if it's actually a vital season of rest that's preparing you for your greatest comeback yet? There's an ancient wisdom hidden in the very rhythm of life that proves this, and once you understand it, it changes everything. We're all kind of conditioned to chase this idea of constant upward progress, right? We think every day is supposed to be more productive and more successful than the last. So when we hit a huge obstacle, losing a job, a painful breakup, a project we poured our heart into that fails, it feels catastrophic. We take it personally, seeing it as proof that we're just not good enough. I've been there. I remember a time when it felt like every single door I knocked on was slammed shut in my face. It was like being stuck in a deep, dark pit with no ladder and no light. The rest of the world kept spinning, but I was frozen, just weighed down by a sense of shame and disappointment. This feeling, this belief that a low point is a permanent address, is one of the most destructive stories we tell ourselves. But it's just a story. The truth is, nothing in nature moves in a straight line, and our lives don't either. You've heard the phrase, the pendulum of life? This ancient teaching is basically the same idea. It's saying that everything, including our lives, goes through these natural cycles of highs and lows. Just like a pendulum swings back and forth, our fortunes, our moods, even our productivity levels go up and down. It's a universal law. Everything flows out and in. Everything has its tides. All things rise and fall. Think about it, day gives way to night, and winter always turns to spring. Our lives, our moods, and our fortunes follow these exact same cycles. Your lowest moment is just the pendulum swinging all the way to one side. And by this simple, unbreakable law of rhythm, it must swing back. Think about the seasons. Winter can look and feel like an ending. The trees are bare, the ground is hard, and it seems like all of life has disappeared. But we know that winter isn't the end. It's a crucial time of rest, a period for energy to gather just beneath the surface, getting ready for that inevitable explosion of life we call spring. Your rock bottom is your winter. It's not a punishment. It has a purpose. It's a mandatory season of rest, reflection, and rejuvenation. Society might tell you to just push harder when you're down, but nature teaches us a much wiser lesson, the power of strategic retreat. It's in this quiet, seemingly unproductive time that the roots of your future growth are sinking deep into the ground. So how do we actually apply this ancient wisdom? How do we stop fighting the current and learn to flow with our own rhythms? First, just start noticing. Pay attention to your own personal seasons. You'll have times of high energy, creativity, and output. That's your summer. And you'll have times of quiet introspection and low energy. That's your winter. Give yourself permission to see that rest isn't laziness. It's a non-negotiable part of the cycle. Second, and this is a big one, embrace your rest without guilt. When you feel yourself in a low moment, resist that frantic urge to force productivity. Ask yourself, what is this season trying to teach me? Maybe it's a time for healing. Maybe it's a time for learning, or maybe it's just a time to be still. That stillness isn't empty. It's how you clear out what's no longer serving you to make space for what's next. Third, get out into the natural world. Take a walk. Sit by the ocean and just watch the tides. Notice how nature never seems to be in a hurry. It just moves according to its own internal clock. Spending time in nature is a powerful reminder that we are part of these bigger cycles, and every single phase has its own purpose and its own beauty. I'd love to hear from you on this. In the comments, share what season you feel like you're in right now. Are you in a summer of high action, a winter of deep rest, or somewhere in between? Sharing where we are helps remind us that we're not alone in these cycles. And if this perspective resonated with you, think about subscribing for more insights on navigating the ups and downs of life. Hitting rock bottom can feel like the final chapter, but if you listen to this ancient wisdom, you realize it's just the turning of a page. It's the lowest point of the tide right before it starts to turn. This isn't failure, it's a fallow season. The universe is telling you to rest and gather your strength because the swing to the other side towards renewal, growth, and your greatest comeback isn't a possibility. It's inevitable. Trust the rhythm. Your spring is coming,